I'm Grace from Disgraced. Where's the camera? I was looking up there. Okay, I'm gonna restart.
Flying, pressure, blowing weed when I step 100 G when I get dressed. Your loving me ain't nothing better. Applying pressure, boy sneeze and get you wetter. Baby, please don't get me fitter. That's what I mean, applying pressure, blowing weed when I step 100 G when I get dressed. Your loving me ain't nothing better. Applying pressure, boy sneeze.
I'm Grace from Disgraced Weekly. I'm here with FBE Big John.
What's happening?
Thank you for coming out and allowing me to interview you.
Of course. It's
So-
always great to be here.
You were up pretty early driving.
Yes.
Where'd you come from?
Greenville, North Carolina, about an hour 15 from here. Got here like 7 o'clock this morning. I got to crash on my boy Noah's couch. Shout out to him.
I feel like you've been on the road a lot recently.
I've been on the road. That's word to Drake. Just got back from New York about, what was that, like a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. I was up there with Keyshore, the 10 Cell Phones, Ethereal Rage, Denzel, a lot of good people. Then we came back to Raleigh. Literally was in Brooklyn literally less than 12 hours. Got there at like 12 noon, was out by 11 o'clock, and then back in Raleigh by 9 a.m.
I don't know how you do that.
Adderall and weed. And that's it. That's the secrets. And then plus the yerba.
So who are your go-to artists to listen to while you're driving?
Oh, okay. This is a great question. Oh, Yeet is in there. Big Baby Gucci, Cloud, and then Sauce Pack. And then Noah. I definitely been listening to him a lot because he got an album coming up, and like his unreleased stuff is just like he has this one called Another One that it's a great night drive feel. So a lot of local people, and then Yeet because Yeet's just supreme currently.
Yeah, I feel like those artists keep you going all along drive.
Of course, like whenever you hear like a good fish beat, like you're locked in. The 808s go crazy.
So where are you originally from?
I was born in Russia and then adopted and came to this country in like 1999. So, I've lived mostly in Greenville like my whole life until college, and then I went off to West Virginia.
Do you remember living in Russia at all?
No, I just hear it's very cold.
You said West Virginia?
Yeah, West Virginia.
How was that?
A whole different lifestyle. Yeah, it's not like North Carolina. It's a whole different kind of, just kind of like it is with Florida with you. Like it's a whole different kind of southern approach. Like they're just mountain people, good old mountain people.
Yeah, I've driven through West Virginia, but I've never stopped there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I went down to the Smoky Mountains recently, in the North Carolina side. But yeah, a lot of mountain people over there.
Yeah, they live a whole different kind of life, just reserved, and whatever happens on their side of the mountain, they know about. They don't know what's going on the other side.
Yeah, there's probably crazy stuff happening over there.
Yeah, they definitely approached me on some weird things like cow tipping. I was like, nah, I'm good on that.
Oh, yeah, where I'm from, they've talked about cow tipping. I've never gone. There's, I think a bunch of, probably cow fields near me. Because I'm from, outside of Tampa, so it's, the suburbs over there. And we had, some of the, fake redneck people over there. And they, they would go mudding and stuff. And yeah, I've definitely heard about cow tipping, but I've never witnessed it.
Yeah, I was just a bystander on the other side of the fence, and I said, "Yep, that's all y'all."
How did you get involved in the music scene in North Carolina?
So probably about 3 years ago, we came up with this whole idea and family of FBE, which turned into Family Before Everything. And then from there, I think COVID hit, and we weren't really doing much as a group. We were kind of just, I think we had dominated the Greenville scene, and we wanted to open up into the broader like the broader arena and like the playing field. And so from there, like this dude named Doughboy was like, you should start a podcast and just interview like these people that you want to like be around, work with. And so like from there, I was like, yeah, like can definitely do that. Start interviewing like Les the Genius, a lot of these Raleigh people, Noah included. And then after there, Noah told me about summer, the end of the Carolinas, and was like, this is about to go down. So either you're in or like you're out. And I was like, we're in. And then from there, my life has been totally different. So shout out to that man right over there.
How did you like, or who is in Family Before Everything, and how did you all like get together?
This is a great question. So my boy AK Neron, they're over there. My boy Consumas, and then Cole Sipe. And then we got like JoJo helps with like some business things and helps us to get to the big business. Amani McCrae, but he's over in out of seas. He's in Sweden, a wonderful photographer. And that was like our main group. And we all came together because me and Justice had started like when FBE was just about the fat boys, really. And then we got this small, skinny white man, Cole Sipe, but he's the genius behind us for real. Like you would agree that he got the most talent. Oh yeah, he's definitely the genius. And then met AK, he was the third one, and then from there, we were like, that's the group, and like we're all very different people, and like we do different things. But we have a lot of love for each other, and we want to see each other win and to be the most successful person that all of us can be. And from there, like we haven't looked back, and like we've just become a stronger and more united group. Every week, it feels like.
Do you guys have any future like plans or goals for the future? Or yeah.
Well, we're gonna be a part of the Winter in the Carolinas, At the Fruit, December the 22nd. I think this is our first set together, right? Right? This is our first big set. Yeah, yeah. Like we're all in the same place because Cole plays with a band called Spare Change, so he has no weekends off. Like he does that every week and every weekend because I was a part of that band before I started DJing. And so to have all four of us, I guess, together in one spot is going to be a great time. And like we have a great set cooked up, and I know that the Winter in the Carolinas is going to be a great show. And we're ending the year on a very high note.
Yeah, I just got my tickets. So
Let's go.
Yeah, I actually went to, I think, one of the first ones. It was like last year in the summer. Like, it was at the Moore Square.
You were at the park?
Yeah, I was kind of in like the background for a while, like, and kind of hid back where the like little steps are that you can like chill and sit on.
Yeah.
I was just back there, but
what was your favorite part of that show?
I don't know, honestly. Probably like towards the end, like especially when like shit started turning up with like Big Baby Gucci and then like the Cloud tribute and stuff.
Yeah. Like that day was just so hot. I've never been like internally cooked. Like that was one of the hottest days. I just remember after the show, walk into like this hotel like just to go shower, and like my whole body is just cramping because I had lost every drop of sweat in me. Swear I lost like 12 pounds that day.
Yeah, who I was with, we like left halfway because I lived like less than 2 miles away. So we took the scooters back, did a little outfit change, and then came back.
I literally just had a pack of like a pack of white tees that I got from like the gas station, kept switching them through. I probably went through like 7 shirts.
So you DJ, what all does that entail? Because you hear about DJ Khaled and shit, and like nobody knows what that man does.
DJ Khaled is not it. He's not the man. He's not the man for like the job. But as a DJ, like you really gotta be the artist. Like you gotta be their right hand man. You gotta be if like the crowd isn't giving them the energy, you gotta give it to them. Like if you're in the background, if you're off to the side, wherever you are, you just gotta be there for the artist, and you gotta be a part of the tag team. Because sometimes, like the artist, he's gonna need you to pump you up because either he's tired, maybe he's nervous. You never know. Like every artist is different, so it's all about playing your role for the artist and what your job is to make the set even better. And that's really what it comes down to. But I've seen some DJs that care, and then some DJs that don't care, and it really shows. And that's why they're not getting booked for these shows because they're not caring as much as these artists do. That's something that you got to do.
Yeah, I've seen you on stage and you have that energy. I have some videos of like some of the artists on there and you're just in the background like giving it all.
And like you have to because like they feed off that. Like if they see that you're having a great time, they're like, damn, I got to turn up too. And so they just leave it all out there. Like like someone early was that Kadoku kid. Like I love his energy, and like I know he's gonna have a great winter set. He's bringing a full time like a full band this time, and he's doing his first set like with a live band. So that's gonna be very exciting to see.
So is this something that you've always wanted to do, or how did you get into DJing?
I definitely didn't think I'd be doing this. Literally, I was on I was with the band Spare Change with Cole. Like I was doing their lights and doing like the roadie stuff, like setting up stages, doing that every weekend. And then I got an opportunity to go DJ at like this club in Greenville called 519. And then from there, literally just picked some songs on Spotify that I liked and then got paid to do it and got paid to drink and socialize with all of my friends. So I guess I fell into that one, and it's been history ever since. But I did not want to do that at first. At first, I wanted to be a manager. I wanted to do like management things, big business. But then it turned into DJing, and that's been a lot more fun.
Is this something that you think you're going to do for a while?
Yeah, until like the universe points me in like another direction. I think this is it right now. Like hosting shows and like DJing and just running shows in general. Like I definitely want to just be on the road and doing shows for the next 10 plus years, and then maybe like settle down into something more like concrete. But I'm ready to give it all.
Yeah, so I saw you did sets for like 200 artists in the last year.
273. I have a little note.
Damn.
That note goes crazy. I think it's here. I'm gonna check real quick. 272. But yeah.
Do you have any favorites from that?
Oh. Favorite sets. Just being able to work with like Tia and then Gucci this year and doing like multiple shows with them. That's been a lot of fun. Like those have been great sets. The Top Hill Fredo, always a great one. The Baby Draco, also one of my favorite people to turn up with. That dude's a visionary. I think he's the next one. He's the next one to blow. I love that man.
Have you ever had anything go wrong during like a DJ set?
Oh yeah. Like I had one song like queued up as like one of my like little buttons that I push, and then it started playing another song on top of an artist song, and I was like, oh, that cue's not supposed to be there. So yeah, I fucked up like 2 artists' set, but like we rolled with it. And then one time, one of my outputs was like, it was just bad. And so like Rob's just looking at me like, you got to do something. So yeah, I have messed up a few artist sets, and I apologize. And I've told them straight up. I said, "Yo, we still did it. It just wasn't the best."
Do you have any shows coming up? I know you have the Winter in the Carolinas. Is there anything else planned?
Okay, so I think not this week, but next week I'll be doing a show with 47 Eyes on Me, with Finesse the Phantom and Cash Paradox. They just finished a little project together, and like they're gonna be debuting it. The Joey Zen is gonna be there, Nikias, and like the rest of the 47 Eyes family, and that's gonna be in Greensboro. That's next Friday, and then the night after, I'm still in Greensboro, and then I'm with the Bentley Boys, with Band Saint, Wicked, Devin, and all those guys out there. So like, and like we've only been a spectator of like the Bentley Boys, like for their house shows. So for me to finally get a show in with them this year, it feels good, because Band Saint and like the Bentley Boys, they really move with efficiency, and like that's a great little collective.
What would you say your spirit animal is?
AK, what do you think my spirit animal is? Like, you mean like a happy dragon?
Yeah,
Happy dragon.
Like one from like Dragon Tales or some shit.
Dragon tails. Yeah.
the yellow fat dragon from Dragon Tales. That's your spirit animal without the accent.
That Tasmanian. We're all over the place.
Would it be like the Tasmanian devil that from the cartoon, or like a real one?
Have you seen the real ones?
I'm not.
They're not like the cartoon.
But
They're crazy, but
yeah, I would just like to think that with the Tasmanian devil, you look at it and you're like, damn, this thing's cute, fluffy, furry. I want to, be cool with it. Then you tick it off, and then the craziness comes out. And I feel like that could represent you, because you're a very well-going person, very from the looking in, someone people want to be around. But then someone steps on your toe, and you gotta lash out at them a little bit. And that's what
I'm gonna pack them out.
I'm going to pack them out, AK.
That's why I say the Tasmanian devil. Calm creature till they need to not be.
That was a great time.
Everybody know not to fuck with a dragon.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that seems simple. Like, I would not want a dragon on like my bad side, Might scorch me.
Or Tasmanian devil.
But aren't they small?
Yeah, they are.
Are like they small and mighty? Like, will they really like fuck you up? The
Um,
Tasmanian devil?
Like a real one?
Yeah.
A real one. I feel like they're kind of like medium sized, but they don't exist anymore, right? I think they're
Probably the
extinct.
size of your foot, bro.
I feel like they're kind of rodent-y.
Yeah.
Do people have them as pets?
Okay. No, I don't think they exist. I think
Probably
they're
in Florida.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably in Florida.
Yeah, because y'all got pets of everything. Like people. Oh, that does not look adorable.
It kind of does.
Okay. The next picture was
Yeah. See.
It kind of looks like a ferret. It kind of
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Those things are funny. I'm a fan of like Komodo dragons. Have you seen one of those?
That's like one of the big ones, right?
Yeah, and they're like strong. They got like razor knife, like sharp teeth. Like, have you you gotta watch like Planet Earth 2? There's one like episode. They're in like the islands, and there's literally an island called Komodo Island, and they all like fight each other and like get deer, and yeah, they're cool as fuck.
Wow, that's crazy. And I know Noah got a little bearded dragon, and that thing does not like me. I tried to give him the blunt the other day. He tried to take off my finger.
Yeah, I've seen somebody feed those like an actual lizard. Are there lizards here in North Carolina? like like the running around.
I got this like ring light on my door, and there's a lizard by it every day.
Okay, because we got a
I
lot
feel
of
like
those in
that's more
Florida.
of a gecko. We got geckos. Like, I've seen them around. No, I ain't seen no big lizard.
They're like a little lizard.
Oh,
like the little ones?
Oh, yeah, little salamanders. And yeah, they're all cute and cuddly.
'Cause, yeah, like in Florida, we got like a lot of those like little small ones running around, and like I remember we used to try to
Yeah.
catch them as a kid. I could never actually catch. I would like get kind of scared.
The little geckos, like I used to grab them, and then they have like the little like red.
The yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I used to catch those all the time, and then like they would either just end up dying or just escape. And I'd be so sad.
Yeah, I knew people that would put them like on their ears.
Yes, yes, like just chomp it on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, I can't do
I
that.
thought it was some nut shit, but
Okay, if you could live anywhere, where would you live?
I would go to a remote island with like the means and necessities to like survive and just be out there. No one could bother me. No one could talk to me. I'd just be on this island, living, fishing, whatever. I might build a raft.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that. When I was little, I wanted to be like a jungle person and just live out like
I mean, I lived in the ocean like for 2 summers, so like
in the ocean, like on
yeah.
a boat.
I was in a kayak. Like I ran a high adventure camp for the Boy Scouts, but like before I had started DJing and stuff, and so I used to like take groups of like kids like 50 miles inside of a kayak like every week for 8 weeks straight, just getting burnt in a kayak in the ocean. Just is one, your body is just hot all the time because you can't escape the sun because you're in the middle of the water in a kayak, no shade.
Did you ever lose any of those kids?
I did lose a kid once, but my other group found him. It was almost bad. Thank God the Coast Guard was not called because the Coast Guard got called the year before. But that wasn't my fault either. But yeah, I have lost a kid, but they really fucked with me. So they didn't really snitch on me. I got in no trouble. I was the best director they ever had.
Was it like in the deep ocean or like
Like
in
you're
kind of
in,
medium?
like you're right there on like the Outer Banks. So
Okay.
like you're on the inside, so like the bay part, and then like you get to these like barrier islands, and then on the other side is the ocean. But like I've definitely had like a shark come and like bump my boat, real scary. Stung by jellyfish multiple times, like a bunch of sea turtles. I've seen those. Crazy stuff. Lost my kayak and almost floated out like into the middle of a channel. I've definitely done some dumb shit like where I should have been a lot more safer. But you learn, you live, you lose.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen a shark in real life. I've thought about that because I'm from Florida and you think I would, but I've
Yeah.
seen, what have I seen? I've seen like manta rays or whatever. I've seen like manta rays swimming around. I've seen.
You seen a manatee? Have like you ever seen those
Oh
before?
yeah, yeah. They're right near like where we are. Like we go to the river and like they're just manatees casually there sometimes.
And are they like really like they're peaceful animals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
They're
okay.
chilling. Like we like have gone like snorkeling and kind of like said hi to them. You know, asked about their day.
I just heard they're huge, like just bulky things.
Yeah, yeah. They're pretty big. But yeah, they're usually just chilling. Like we live by a bunch of like springs, like cold springs, so they like that area because it never like the temperature never changes. It's the same every like all year. Yeah. This one time I was at this spring up near like Tallahassee, and I think there was manatees in one area like near the spring, and then we took like a boat tour, and there's just alligators like everywhere. So that's interesting. They like I guess coexist.
I don't think I could do that. Like, do like you swim in these places or no?
You swim like in the spring area, but then like where the alligators are, nobody was swimming over there.
Okay, good. Like, but how does one distinct safe swim area, not safe swim area? Is it just like luck of the draw? Be like, yeah, hey, I hope there's nothing in there today.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely like gone like kayaking on the river, and like you'll just casually see like an alligator on the side, like sunbathing or like swimming around. Florida shit.
This is why I couldn't live in Florida. I don't even know how like you lived in Florida. Weird place, weird times.
Mhm. Yeah, they're chill.
They come near you, then you're in a bad, bad predicament.
Yeah.
As long as you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone, bro. It's like a bee.
Yeah,
You still get stung by bees now.
Look at them, act like they're not there, and they'll go away.
yeah, we used to have them. Like I would play soccer at the soccer fields. There'd be like retention ponds. They'd just be chilling. Like they'd be like, "Oh, there's a gator over there. Don't go over there." But then we just like go on with our day.
That would just be worrying me. I'd be thinking about the little guy. I'd be like, is he gonna eat me today?
So you have an album coming up in 2023.
The family road trip.
What can you tell us about that?
It's really crazy. Like, I think everyone inside this room, on this side, they know it's about to go insane next year. I think I'm sitting on like over 20 songs right now, over like 43 people involved, like artist wise. So it's like that list is just as crazy as many people that I've DJed for. Like, I'm blessed to have so many talented and great friends that wanted to be a part of this, be a part of this project for me, because this is my first one really, and I'm really just speechless and blessed for everyone that's involved, because this has been a dream of mine ever since I got into this, was to have like a project to stand on and be like, this is North Carolina, this is the family, and this is where like we've been, this is where like we're going, and it's on the way, baby.
Do you want to share any of the people that are on there, or is it going to be a
Oh
surprise?
yeah, no, like I'll share. Let me get out the other note. What we got? Noah is on there. Weston Way, the good 2 times people. Shout out all of my real deal twos in here. That's real deal spill. The Apex, the 3400. Justo Mobbin, KC, City. Trying to get this song that I got from Kevin Powers that has Cloud and Jaheel on it. Like, we're just to re-recording it, and to getting the beat right, we had to redo that. And like Jag is going to be taking care of that for me. So that's going to be something really big, is to have like Cloud a part of the album, because that's one of my favorite artists. He's one of the best to ever do it, and long live him, because it's Bloudmas season and it's all about the big bro. AK, the whole family's on there. Consume, Cole, then Fresco from the Trefo, Sincere, Dad Body, Tommy Boy, a lot of Dirties on here. Choco's on it. The Fat Boys, FIU Snacks, and Futuristic Fetty. The Baby Draco, Fado, which I've seen you post his stuff. Munch is on there. 40, Band Saint, Wicked, Art House, and that's probably about it on here.
Yeah, that's stacked up.
And Rebels No Savage, shout out the good people. They gave me, I kind of want to film a video in like my nearest strip club with them, because that record goes hard.
What is something that you want people to know about you?
Damn, that's a really good one. What do I want people to know? I'm passionate for the people that have passion, and like that really just shines through. That like, if I see that like you're just as excited as I am at like what you're doing, and like what you and where you want to be, I'm right there with you. Like, I'm one of those ride or die people where like I'm gonna believe in you until like the wheels fall off because it's real family before everything, and I believe on that 125%.
Do you have any life advice for anybody?
I don't know if I'm the one to be giving it advice, honestly, but honestly, just develop some patience, either with yourself or people like around you, because you never know when it's gonna be like your time. Because we're not in control of that. We just gotta wait patiently, and that's something I struggled with. I always wanted it to be now, 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 but I just had to take a deep breath, step back, and be like, "Hey, it's coming. I gotta keep working." And that's probably like the one piece of advice is just develop some patience, find some patience, whatever you gotta do, just get some patience.
Yeah, I feel like patience and consistency is like really important.
Consistency too, because without motion, that wave is going nowhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm hitting like 2 years since I started my page, which is it went by fast. But
The
it's
time has
yeah,
blended together since like starting like the music journey. Like this whole year and a half of being in it just feels like it's been much longer than a year and a half. Like I be asking them, I'm like, "Yo, when was this?" And they're like, "That was like 3 months ago." I'm like, "Damn, felt like a year ago."
yeah. I feel like time's been going by like slowly but fast too.
And like, do you think that's because of like COVID? Like after like coming out of COVID, where like that really distorted time for me.
That yeah, that was
I was
weird.
confused.
Yeah, yeah. A lot has happened since like COVID, but I feel like it's just like it's weird. Because like
Yeah,
you couldn't like leave for a while or like do much, but
yeah. Like being locked in, like inside of a house and like not being able to go anywhere. Like sense of time just disappeared because I literally was just locked in with my boy Mason. Like me and him, like we're just at like his apartment day in and day out, just trapping. That was it.
yeah, I feel like it made me more like wanting to like get out and do things and like make friends and stuff after that because for a while I was fine with like just chilling by myself. Like I wasn't sick of it for like a long time and then I hit a point where I was like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. Uh, and like my parents were old, so like being around them on like a weekly basis here, just like, because like my parents are like 70, so it's just like being cognizant and like recognizing like that was like a serious thing because I saw like some of their friends getting sick and like I was like, oh, this is like really serious. Like people are actually dying from this. So I don't know. COVID was just a weird time for real. But then whenever we came out of it, the music scene has been crazy. I think that's what we all needed was a way to get our energy out or just to be around people again, doing something that we loved. And I think we've really been on we've been on a tear since, and like I don't think we've had a lot of steps backwards. We've only been moving forward. It's been great advancements.
Yeah, the music scene here is huge. Like I'll get a new follow and they're followed by like literally like 20 plus people from like the area and then there's like a new person that pops up and then they have like fire music and I'm like when does it end? Like there's so much talent here.
What's your favorite what's your favorite group of artists in like here in like Raleigh?
I don't know. I don't want to pick. There's like a lot of like people I listen to. Put me on the spot.
It's just a simple question. There's a lot of good circles and groups here in Raleigh, like the Double Crown group, the TLG group, Dirty. There's all like the Weston kids from Cary, Masha, all those guys. Great.
Yeah, I don't know. People just keep popping up, and I'm like, okay, they're fire, they're fire. I feel like a lot of people too. I've noticed because I started listening to Cloud in like 2020, and It was from like a friend's recommendation because he knew him. And from there, I've just been seeing so many people that have been like inspired by him in this town. And like, I feel like he's kind of like the root of a lot of people and like why they're going so hard and like their inspiration. So I love that.
For
Like, it's cool to
sure.
see.
For sure. Like, Cloud is one of my favorite artists of all time, and he's inspirational. Like, every time I work in Greenville, I close the night down like with nodding off, and like Noah can attest. Like, he's been in Greenville with me. He knows that I show so much love to Cloud. I even got yelled at last week for playing a Cloud record. Like, my boss was bitching at me, telling me to turn it off. I was like, hold up
Oh,
now.
no, you can't do that.
I said, hold up now.
It's not over yet.
Exactly. They be on my ass at 519 because my views and my tastes are too exquisite for the old culture of Greenville, North Carolina. But hey, they still work with me. They still employ me. So that's all that I can ask for. But yeah, rest in peace, Cloud. Rest in peace, Sauce Pack. Like, rest in peace to everyone, man. But I don't think Raleigh would be this vibrant without Cloud and like the legacy that he left here, and like he inspires all of us to be better.
What does a regular day look like for you without, like, if you're not doing a show?
A regular day, usually a phone call with someone about either about a show, trying to get a studio session in. It's literally someone will call me with a problem, be like, okay, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Kind of like a lot of stuff that like Noah does. And then sometimes I just defer to him, like people that are trying to get on like In the Fest, people that are trying to throw their own shows, like just a lot of consulting. And then if not that, just doing nefarious things with my nefarious friends and try not to go to jail. But I don't have like a 9-to-5 job. I don't work a normal schedule. I'm up usually at nighttime. Like during the day, sleep until like 12 or maybe like further than that. But usually do a lot of my work at night. I'm a night owl.
Yeah, I've always had a hard time falling asleep. I've gotten better recently, but like I used to just be up like late, like especially
Yeah.
in like high school. Like I'd just be watching like MTV, like scary movies.
I've never owned
late
like a
night.
TV, so I don't even like waste my time with none of that. I literally just listen to music probably good like 10 hours of every day. It's just got like my audio text on and just plugged in, listening to something new. Someone sent me something, or like they're like, yo, check this out. Or lately people have been asking me to like host their album, so it's just like going through a lot of records now that are about to be released from like friends of mine, and I'm just trying to build these albums with people, which has been it's been a lot of fun, but definitely a lot more work than I had anticipated on. So
Who are your inspirations?
in like what way?
Anyway.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
West Side Gun, a huge inspiration. Honestly, the family itself, AK, Consume and Cold, they're all inspirations to me. Cloud, Sauce Pack, and then my business manager's dad, Joe Hughes. Like those are probably like 6 people that like I really look up to and like get inspired by, because I don't know, it's just like their passion just inspires me to be more passionate about this life, because you never know like whenever it's your time, and if you're not willing to give 150% at every moment, did you really live? And that's a question I have to ask myself at the end of every day. Did I do something worth living for?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully at the top with my motherfucking boys. Shout out y'all over there. Yeah, the dog pack out right now. Double H is on the way. You know what's happening. I'm with the governor. But nah, I really hope that me, the family, and everyone involved is eating and is being successful. I hope to be on tour somewhere. I just want to be a tour rat, and I want to be a tour DJ until the wheels fall off, until my frequent flyer miles have expired. I'm really trying to go anywhere and everywhere and just do it for as long as I can and as long as my body holds up.
Is there any city that you haven't DJed in that you want to be?
I want to go to Texas so bad. They said everything is bigger and better in fucking Texas, and I want to go to Texas. That and like Chicago, those are my two cities that I want to do a show in because I hear the atmosphere is crazy. LA was cool and all. Like I had a great time when me and Noah went last year. That was a lot. California is wild. I had no idea about it.
What was wild about it?
I felt like I was in a different country. I'm literally at the beach, on the boardwalk, and I look to the right, and there's mountains. And I was like, how is the ocean and the mountains in the same point of view? And that just really freaked me out because, North Carolina, you got coastal Piedmont mountains, and like everything is just in a great succession. And out there, I was just mixed up and then on the other side of that is desert. And I'm like, where, how? And the smog was wild. Like just a heavy, like every breath you had was just heavy with the smog and the contamination. It was worse than Philadelphia. And that is a sticky city to breathe in.
Yeah, I went to Spain last year and we were driving and like to the right there was the ocean and the left it was the mountains and I was like, this is so different. Like, yeah, and like I've been to California. But I feel like I haven't been to LA and I haven't been like Southern California, but like Northern I've been to like the mountains up there and the ocean. But I don't think I was able to see both at the same time.
Yeah. Definitely like don't drive out there. It takes an hour to get anywhere. And like that traffic out there is worse than New York traffic, worse than any traffic I've been involved in. But we had a little minivan and we was whipping it. We was whipping it out there.
Yeah, they don't have like good public transportation there either, right?
No.
That sucks.
No. I wish there was like a subway or like a good train system. They just don't believe in those things out there. It's like a myth, foreign legend, urban legend, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had more public transportation here. Like we got some buses and stuff. But
Nah, the Amtrak. We just dropped off the Jet Rogers at like the train station. He said it was like $16 to get to what, Greensboro? Yeah.
yeah, I've done the Amtrak from here to Charlotte, and it's pretty nice. It's like chill. Like
Cash Paradox did like the same thing. He just appeared at like the Big Baby Gucci show like in Charlotte. He said, yeah, I got off the train. Amazing. But I definitely want to start taking the train more because I feel like that'd be a lot of fun and I can get into some shenanigans.
yeah, it was cool when I went. It had snowed like right before that, so you're able to like kind of go through like the trees and looking at all the snow. It was pretty. Yeah, I've done like the Greyhound bus before. That was
You ever been on the China
interesting.
bus?
No.
Oh, the China bus.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. We went from like Tallahassee, Florida to New Orleans on the Greyhound.
Was that sketchy, fun? Like, what was happening?
It was a little weird. Like there was just like, for instance, like the bus stop that we started in, like there's just a bunch of people that were like perpetually like drunk or like on something. Like this one guy, like he was trying to get on and he was just like, I'm not drunk. I had a drink at this last stop, but I'm not drunk. Like you're drunk. And it was like, it's interesting seeing like, you know, this kind of stuff. Like it's good like life learning experience, you know?
Yeah, on what not to be like. Be like, can't be like him. No way. No how.
So, do you have any questions for me?
What made you want to start doing this? What inspired you to get into the music scene and be a pillar in podcasting here in Raleigh?
Um, so yeah, I have like my full-time job right now, and I didn't want to like, I did that for like a year, and I was like, okay, like this is gonna be my life. Like, I'm gonna get a house eventually and do that kind of what stuff, like grow up or whatever. And then like, even like when I got out of college, I started getting into the music scene a lot, just in general, like a lot of like the SoundCloud rappers and stuff. And I was seeing like people like younger than me like blow up doing like YouTube and like that kind of stuff. Like that was around the time like Cole Bennett was blowing up and shit, and he was younger than me, like being able to like build this huge like brand off of that. Um, so I kind of put that to rest for a while. I almost like started an Instagram like 2018, like for like North Carolina music, but I didn't like really know where to start. And then when COVID hit, it was around this time like 2 years ago that I like finally started the Instagram, and it's just been building from there because I've always been like interested in finding like new artists and new music, and now it's just since I already was like trying to find like up and coming artists to like listen to my playlist, and now I'm just trying to share that with the world.
Yeah, people like them. People talk about you and they speak very highly. So, I'm definitely a fan. Like, and I think it was Justo that was the one that turned me on to you. Like, and he was just like, "Yeah, she's dope. She's gonna give you the real deal spiel," and that's what's happening.
Yeah, I love the like connections I've made so far, and you know, just
What's a goal you want to achieve in like next year?
I want to eventually like put on my own show.
Okay.
I'd love like because I back in 2018, me and my friends were talking about like doing something like that, but like it was kind of just like a dream, and like we never.
What would your lineup be?
Okay, I definitely get you to DJ.
Easy.
I have to get Justo. He's like my most listened to artist right now.
Easy. I'm with the mob.
Elijah Rosario.
He's on the album.
Probably Choco too. I've been getting like I'm into him a lot.
Choco's crazy. Like I DJ'd his second show for him, like with Mark and Rob, and like Choco is one of the most humble and like loving individuals in like the North Carolina music scene. Like he started out as a fan, like at Summer Part 1, and now he's turned into a magnificent and growing artist, and is someone who helps contribute in like this wonderful scene in Raleigh. So shout out to him from going from like front row to being on like the front of a stage, because that's real, the dedication, and I saw that happen in real life. So shout out to him. He is dope. Mm-hmm. And City said like he sees Cloud in him. Said like Cloud would fuck with him heavy. So to get that stamp from City himself, it speaks volumes.
And then who else? 40. And then this is like a lot of people, so I'd probably have to split it up, or do like multiple shows.
Yeah.
Then like also like I like a lot of the Fayetteville like Goldsboro people.
Like who?
Let's see. One of my first interviews was Nameless Validity. It was by S. Dot. Another interview, Mikey Wing, Lavish, Clark, Goldsboro Grams. He's fire.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah,
the only people from Fayetteville we know is like William Prize and the Azus guys. Yeah, the Fat Mac and all them.
Yeah, there's a whole little community out there. Yeah, Fayetteville and Goldsboro. They're all
Goldsboro.
Like, yeah.
I would never believe Goldsboro.
Oh yeah, James Vader too. I'd get him.
The Lumberton people, like the BAD group, like those guys, the I Got 'em, Breed, cool guy, like blessed and determined, like that's what BAD stands for. And those guys from Lumberton, they really do it like they're true lyrical geniuses, and like those guys have always been great. So even like those like outside cities, like they got talent just rustled in there. You just gotta bring them on out and bring them to the front of the stage. And like I've given a lot of opportunities to a lot of artists, like by bringing them out on like on any set that I've had at any show. Usually like to bring at least one or two people with me. I feel better with family, because without, I'm feeling a little lost. So even like coming up in December for the winter show, I'm bringing out the Donovan McRae and a lot of Double Crown. And I don't know if like you're up on them, but that's like Jay Wynn, Mob Carey, Simba Bradley, Donovan, who else? Oso, Mungo, Creek. That's about it. And AK, because he's Double Crown, FBE, like he's whatever, man. Like that's the man over there. The Dog Pack is out right now, so I need you to go stream it, because that's my brother over there, and I wouldn't be doing this if I'm not with him.
Is there anybody else you want to shout out?
Shout out to Noah, man. Thank you, man, for everything like you've done for me, man. I've been all over this country with that man, turning up in any city and every city that we're blessed to be in. Thankful for like my 2x members over there in Winston-Salem. Shout out to the family itself, my mom, my dad, because I love them. Let's see. Shout out to God, too, because I came from Russia, and I'm living the real deal American dream. And I can't ask for anything better. Like, I get to live out my dream day to day, and that shit feels special. And people are envious of me, but I'm like, bro, it's been a long and hard road, and I'm still figuring things out, and we're working out the kinks. But I'm never stopping. I'm never stopping. I'd rather die than stop living this dream and chasing it. Because I just got the dog in me. I got the real dog pack in me. Really just, I don't know. I really get going about that, because I'm just so passionate about about anyone and everyone that I work with. Because we got one shot at this, and I feel like our time is now. And like if we don't give that 110%, we're going to look back and be like, did like we give enough? And I never want to have to ask that question. Did I give enough?
Thank you for, coming out and allowing me to interview you.
You're great. You are amazing. Shout out Disgraced Weekly, because that is the place to be. What's happening?
I lost my words.
Sometimes I have to shut it down.
But yeah, I think I really appreciate it. I've been a fan of you for a minute too, and
you've showed
this was a
the
great
most
conversation.
Love. Hey, you're a great person. This is a great podcast, and I need you to tap in right now, because you got to be a part of the wave. Because a man with no motion is out of motion. So let's go.
Yeah, if you made it to the end, subscribe. Go follow him on Instagram.
FBE Big John, real family before everything. Shout out to AK Neron over there, Struggle's Finest. The mayor, or the governor, with 2 H's, because if he doesn't have the second H, he's a fraud, a phony, and a fake. So you already know. That's my brother.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to end it now.
Yeah. Chill with her, I know she mad that I'm fucking with you. By myself and I don't need a crew. Only chill with the ones and the twos. Breaking her down and I don't need a tool. I know she mad that I'm fucking with you. By myself and I don't need a crew. Only chill with the ones and the twos. Breaking her down and I don't need a tool.
Great. That was amazing.
Yeah, thank you.